Hello everybody, Adrian here from North Dakota Car Guy. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all. I know I haven't posted a lot this year, so I want to make a end of the year video for you all to tell you what's been going on, what am I up to, what's going to happen in the future. I'm going to have timestamps of everything that I'm going to be talking about, so if there's something in particular you want to see, they'll be all timestamped for you. And then stay tuned to the very end for a special sneak peek of 2025. So first major thing that's probably obvious looking behind me is that I've moved once again. This is the third time that I've moved now. If you guys remember last year, so I had some videos where I was in a different garage, and then beginning of this year, 2024, I had the video of building the spoiler in the old garage again. So I'd actually moved somewhere, moved back, and now I've moved out again. So with that, there's been a lot of obviously moving stuff around and trying to get myself situated, like taking the whole computer with me, taking it back, now taking it with me again. So there hasn't been a lot of video editing there. I'm happy to say I'm going to be very settled here for a while, probably another year or so. So with moving, I've also now switched jobs, and I'm loving my current job. It's been going super well. My previous job just wasn't fitting well with me, and I decided for personal reasons, like in order to keep growing, I needed to move on. So did that. So the big job, switching jobs has been a very big thing. So now with moving to a different job now, I'm going to have a bit more time to do some video editing. I want to have a bit more time to work on the car here and there, and hopefully have a little bit more time to go to some events as well. Another reason that I haven't been posting a lot in video editing is unfortunately the brown Galant that I drive, and it's in a lot of videos. Unfortunately, that had an overheat, water pump died, so I spent the summer actually rebuilding that whole car to get that ready for my family who's going to be taking that car over. And so that took a lot of time trying to like rebuild the heads. Basically, if any of you guys seen the Project Solar Eclipse, which I highly suggest to watch, that's kind of what I did with the Galant, just rebuilding the heads, redoing valves, head gaskets, all of that. And that took the whole summer. And so I had to take that garage space in order to do that. And so that took a big chunk of the year, and a lot of my money went into that because I drove that a lot myself. And money was super hard this year, trying to make everything count. Every drift event that I went to, driving the car out, I was basically going broke every time. Like drift event, broke, drift event, broke. And we changed some things this year though that helped with those finances, like a lot. Like we decided not to do hotels and stuff, and that saved a lot of money because that's something I used to do in the beginning. So we're not really doing that anymore, and that saved a lot of money. But even then, like every drift event was, pinching dollars. And then after the first drift event of this year, my truck broke down on me, so I was stranded out by Fargo, unfortunately, with a buddy, and he's going to be showing up in this very next video, so I expect everyone to give him a nice warm welcome. And yeah, so the truck broke down. That was like $300 just for parts. It was like another $200 some for a tow, and so that really hurt. So then I ended up not doing the next drift event, and then was able to do the extra event that they had this year. And so just a lot of things like sucking the money out of this summer, just from breakdowns and moving stuff and just a lot of stuff. So this year was very difficult, and I tried to make as much time, but then I was burning myself out, and there were new developments and new things that, I wanted to spend my time on, such as like family, friends, and that to me was more important than the drifting and the motorsport. And so, not that I regret it by any means, it's just that that's time with the Galant and the truck and things like that happening. and me wanting to spend more time towards my family, because that's one of the things I regret when I first built the FC was I basically spent the whole summer working on that car. The car got done, and it got done fast, but I missed a lot of like family events, and so this year I decided like, no, I need to spend some time with family. I need to do some of this.
I gotta keep them in track.
There's got to be a balance with everything, and it just so happened that this year when I was trying to do more of a balance, that other things happened on top, like the truck and the Gallant. The truck and the Gallant were the big things, because the truck sucked all my money and the Gallant sucked all my time. Those were like the two things. So leading into the FC and drift events and all that, this year in 2024, we did 3 drift events and then another event, which I'm not going to spoil right now, but you'll find out in the special teaser at the end of the video. And going into next year, I really want to focus on getting like more events, but I'm also going to be doing some things with the FC that I wanted to do last winter, beginning of this year, the end of 2023. What I'm going to be doing, for those who are more interested, is I currently got myself a Microtech ECU. And so I'm going to be doing the build process of going through the entire wiring harness. I've got everything ordered that I needed. Everything is here. I just got to set up a table. I'm going to start doing some video. And then we're going to get into tuning the FC. We're going to be getting into trying to get more horsepower out of the car. And then I also got a handbrake setup finally going. If you guys remember that video where I rebuilt some calipers, so I finally got the rest of the stuff to finish that project. So that's going to be another video to look forward to. It's going to be a full detailed video on how to do the handbrake. And with the ECU, we're also going to do a battery relocation. I'm going to try and build a fuse box. So, I mean, there's some very technical videos that are going to be coming up, and they're going to be super in-depth. As in-depth as I can go, because this is all my first time doing this. So it's going to be a lot of like exciting stuff to happen. Another big thing too is the drift season for ND Drift has drastically changed this year. This year we did 5 DTP events, and I wasn't able to make it to all of them, but I did make a extra event this year. And so next year they're only going to have 3 events. And so depending on how kind of the horsepower, like how much horsepower I get out of the car, we might be doing more of the open series. That's still kind of up in the air. We just got to do a test day. And that brings me into that they're going to be doing a Matsuri Drift event. So my goal for this year is to use the Drift Matsuri event, party event if you want to call it that, to test the FC, get a bunch of the kinks worked out, have some fun. And you guys are going to watch that this year, I'm not going to be the only one driving. In the future videos, you're actually going to see that we got another guy on board into drifting, and it's going to be an absolute blast. That video is already 22 minutes long. And so I'm getting into the final stages of posting that video, and that video is going to be the first one to come out in 2025. Another one of my goals for this, like getting into posting videos and stuff, is going to be doing a lot more Instagram stuff. Now that I'm moved again, I'm going to be trying to do a lot more localized events. So I will have a Facebook page for you guys to follow and see more of the events that I will be attending. So don't be afraid to show up to these events that I'm going to make publicly announced. And then I'm also going to be doing a lot more Instagram. My goal is to kind of engage more of the community, because this year has just been such a constant change of doing this and moving here and switching jobs. And so there's a lot more to go into that, but I'm not going to go into that too much deeper. My screen!
Keep that in.
And we're back.
Keep that in.
So again, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope your New Year goes great. I'm going to be pushing myself the hardest I ever have. I'm gonna get these videos out. I've got so many videos to put out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. 6 is a maybe, but 5. We got 5 videos for sure that they're all recorded and they're gonna be published. 1 video is just about done. So with that, I'm gonna close out. I'll see you all next time, and stay tuned for the teaser of next year.
So の道振り返って語るのはそいつだけなんだと歴史が